the questions to keep myself aligned. Waste away the hours doing what I should, knowing that my soul tells me it's not for my own good.
So what I want to do right now is really just talk about the 60 days of enlightenment. So I want to go through this amazing book that I'm looking at right now. And we're going to talk about the first day one of the 60 days of enlightenment. And today is about meditation. All right. So today is not about going through a meditation. It's about understanding the purpose. It's about understanding. It's about understanding the reason for the quiet, right? The reason for the quiet. And there's this amazing book that I am going to do the 60 days through with, and the book is right here. It's Wayne Dyer's Wisdom of the Ages. So the first wisdom of the ages is about meditation. So it's written by, hi Jen. There's a short little saying here, a quote where it says, learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. So that is really one of the reasons for meditating. And it also says all man's miseries derive from not being able to sit quietly in a room alone. And that was written back in 1623. We even have less opportunity now to sit in a room alone because we're too busy listening to all of our tech and answering phones and working and running our lives and all the stuff that we're doing. And people couldn't sit quietly in 1623, right? So this is something that you have to make time for and practice. And hi, Amber. Hi, Allie. So meditation is something that you really need to make time for. So if they couldn't sit quietly in 1623, how do they think they're going to do it now? So it is a practice, right? It is a practice. So one of the other things that was written here by Pascal is all man's miseries, like I said, derive from not being able to sit quietly in a room alone. Learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. And there's this really good passage in here, and it says, it is in that silent place where all ancient, let me try that again. It is in our silent place where our quiet mind listens and absorbs, that confusion will disappear and enlightened guidance will come to us. All right. So the mind is like a pond, and it's written so eloquently. So the mind is like a pond. On the surface, you see all the disturbances, yet the surface is only a fraction of the pond. It is in the depth below the surface where there is stillness that you will come to know the true essence of the pond as well as your own mind. By going below the surface, you come to the spaces between your thoughts where you are able to enter the gap. The gap is total emptiness or silence and is indivisible. No matter how many times you cut silence in half, you still get silence. This is what is meant by now. Perhaps in the essence of God, that which cannot be divided from the oneness. So when we meditate, I mean, ultimately that's that place that we want to get to, that silence. But it does take time and it does take practice. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to sit down for 2 hours and meditate. That's not how to meditate. If you can do that, great, but most people can't. Most people can't give 2 hours of their day to do that because we have so much to do. But we can meditate in doing things as well. You can cycle, okay, and lose yourself in the cycling and meditate. You can go for a walk. You can clean your house. You can do almost any activity. You can paint, you can draw. There are so many things that you can do to take yourself into that state of meditation. All right, you can dance. There's really so many things you can do to find that place of stillness, to be very present, to be very much in the moment. There's another passage here that says, it is the space between the notes that makes the music. Without that emptiness, that silence in between, there is no music, only the noise. You too are silent, empty space at your center, surrounded by form. To break through that form and discover your very creative nature that is in the center, you must take the time to become silent each day and enter the rapturous space between your thoughts. So that's the essence of meditation. So here are some suggestions for overcoming your terror and your resistance to meditation. Okay, so practice noticing your breath. So the breath is so powerful and the breath is so necessary. I mean, for more than just breathing and staying alive. The best thing that you can do for yourself is just practice breathing, right? Really breathing in from the diaphragm, exhaling fully through your nose, and just focus on that breath. I mean, that's the easiest way to take yourself into the silence and bring yourself into that present moment. It's just really feeling the breath coming in, feeling the breath leaving your body, feeling the breath coming in, and feeling the breath leaving your body. As when you focus on that, I mean, really focus on it to the point where you can almost feel the on the ridge of your nose, the air coming in. When you can get that in tune with your breath, you are in presence. You are in the now, right? Our breath is so very powerful for many, many things, but it's a great way to get used to just taking yourself into that quiet space. And it doesn't have to be for a long time. It could be for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. You know, there's no rule as to how long you need to sit there and do your meditation. So if you have 10 free minutes, spend for 10 minutes just breathing and focusing on your breath. You got to breathe anyway, right? So just focus on your breath. All right. So that's one really great way of just getting yourself into just even that 5 or 10 minutes. When you sort of open your eyes and come back, you're going to realize already a slight change in yourself. As long as you don't do it and then go, oh, I only did that for 5 minutes. So like, don't go there. Be like, I did it, right? I did it. That was like really nice. That was just a nice little break. Okay. So just sitting in that silence. You can do this in the middle of meetings. You can focus on your breath. You can focus on your breath in the middle of conversations. You can do it even at parties. Just notice and follow your breath. It doesn't matter where you are. You have to breathe anyway. So just focus on your breath. Okay. Another thing you can do is give yourself some time to simply sit in a room alone and observe your mind. What are you thinking? What am I feeling right now? Just sort of be very present with yourself, understanding what's going on in your own territory here. So that's another way. That's another way that you can focus on yourself and just taking yourself into that meditative state. Okay. Hi, Sue. Keeping track of your thoughts, the thoughts that enter, the thoughts that exit, just by being aware of what's going on, just by sitting alone and just being aware of what is happening, what kind of thoughts are coming in, what is going out, what is your emotional state at this moment, what are you feeling, right? This is also a way to move inside into your quiet, okay, into you, all right? So that's another way, and your awareness of this helps you to sort of leave the frenzied world behind for a moment and just sit quietly with yourself. So that's another thing that you can do. You can start reading books on meditations, and a lot of them will have you sit quietly. Some people can't sit on the floor, cross-legged or in lotus position. I know I'm not comfortable doing that. So, you can sit in a chair, you can sit on a comfortable couch with your legs out in front of you. You can walk, just walk slowly and meditate. There is nothing that says you must do it like this. And this is the only way that you can do it, because that's not true. All right. So you can meditate in lots and lots of different ways. There's a lot of CDs and stuff available. There's a lot of guided meditations. People who have trouble meditating, you might want to try guided meditations, right? Because guided meditations gives you something to focus on, because somebody is talking, okay? Somebody is leading you through a journey. And that's a great way to meditate as well, because then you don't have to focus on anything except on the voice that's talking to you, all right, and the music. So that's a wonderful way also to meditate. So it does not have to be cross-legged on the floor in lotus position, sitting on a mountain on the Himalayas. Like, this doesn't have to be the only way that you meditate. Okay. So this is just a little blurb today on your day 1 of enlightenment that is about meditation. Tomorrow we are going to talk about knowing. All right. So have a great day. Take 10 minutes and just focus on your breath, or 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be an hour. So 5 or 10 minutes of just focusing on your breath, really focusing on the coolness when you breathe in, the warmth, the change in temperature as the breath leaves your body. Okay. Use this moment for some great diaphragmatic breathing, because we all have learned to breathe thoracic up into our chest. So just start to breathe from your belly. Okay. Don't worry about my belly sticking out when you're breathing in. Just really fill up that belly full and exhale all the way out. Just rotating that breath, okay? Because actually what that does for you as well, when you do that diaphragmatic breathing, is it's balancing your blood, all right? The acidity in your blood, right? So if you don't breathe properly, then it does, and some people it actually causes panic attacks. So because your body goes into fight or flight because it's not getting enough oxygen into it and you're not releasing enough of the carbon dioxide. So just taking some time to even take 40 breaths in a day, 40 breaths in a day. It doesn't have to be 40 breaths in a row. It can be 2 breaths later, 2 breaths after that, of just doing some nice diaphragmatic breathing, right? Breathing in through your belly, filling up your belly with air, and then exhaling all the way. And just starting to breathe like that. That is really the proper way to breathe. That's the way that we have to breathe for our blood, okay? To be cleansed, for our blood to be balanced. All right. And it will help you to feel healthier. You can lose weight that way, believe it or not, because everything starts to work a little bit better. So that's a great way to start, is just 40 breaths a day. If you're someone who answers the phone a lot, every time you answer the phone, take a breath first, then answer the phone, let it ring one more time. Okay. And just take that breath. Maybe that's how you take your 40 breaths a day, because you can't just change your breathing overnight. But spending 5 or 10 minutes just maybe taking a few diaphragmatic breaths and focusing on that breath and how different it feels to breathe that way. So that's a little bit on meditation today on day 1 of your enlightenment. So have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys really, really soon. There's going to be a lot more lives coming up. I just had to get through this conference, and yeah, lots of good things coming up, lots of changes happening all over the place. So I'm pretty excited, and I will be sharing them with you as they begin unfolding. The first thing you guys might notice is my website's going to be coming down very soon, if it's not down already, into maintenance, because I'm totally going through a new rebranding, and that website's getting redone. So have a fantastic day. Enjoy your week. I am heading out to Indianapolis tomorrow. So I'm going to do a quick live with you guys tomorrow morning, and then I'm heading out to Indy. And I'm going to miss the road show for HempWorks, which really sucks. But I am going to go see some people who mean a lot to me. So I'm so, so excited. And I just know I'm going to cry my eyes out when I see Lacey tomorrow. So it's just, I'm so excited. Just thinking about it makes me all watery. So I'm very, very excited to be there. Anyway, see you guys later, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.
Look at my reflection in the mirror. I see that it's not the person who lives inside of me. Done with all the fear and doubts, the negativity. I'm shedding all the crap right now. I'm